Hello. Hey, okay, that was weird. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Hello? Where's my little guy? Hey guys, Majora, Spicy. Still getting set up here. I guess I'm having some technical difficulties this morning. I started opening with the camera because it takes me a minute to set up the main graphics. So instead of just doing that, like in camera, I'd rather what the dang heck, man? All my stuff in OBS is broken. Cool, Spicy, that makes two of us. That makes two of us that died and lost all their stuff. Does that work at least? Yo, OBS is totally busted. Hang on. I might have to restart stream. Let's see. All right, yeah, it's gonna kill stream for a second. Okay, we're back and everything works perfectly now. I don't know why that happened. Where are you, Card? I'm gonna guess you're in a church. Or no, cemetery. You're in a cemetery. Near the church. Work? The work that's over? You like picking some, you picking something up? Like a last paycheck or something? Oh goodness, I've been given a side quest. Smelly gross portal to the stinky realm. Your dad? What the damn hell? You don't know that place nothing, Card. They better pay you triple to overtime. You must find the man in the red scarf to find answers. Yeah, freaking... Melons? I've set in motion events that can't be undone. Who did this? There's melons everywhere. And I have no items because I died in the nether like a schmuck. At least Zinky Poo's still safe and sound. It's very melancholy. Atlas, did you have something to do with this? Yo. There's melons up here too. Where did I put gear? Is my gear still downstairs? Or did I truly lose even more than I thought? I thought I had some tools and weapons and stuff. I know that there's this, but... You must set things right. Try to do the right thing. I don't know that off the top of my head, Spicy. It's on level 3. The hell? Look at that. Potion of fire resistance I should have brought with me. I'm gonna have to remember to repopulate this. Nope. Fire protection seems like a good idea. Yeah, you can come in, Atlas. Do you want help with the melons? I think I'll be okay. I'm gonna... It's either an axe or a hoe, right? That breaks melons fast. Oh, thank you. It's very kind. The melon gods will not stop until the multiverse is fixed. It sounds like, based on context clues, I need to fix the melon farm. Alice, you're not wearing a red scarf, are you? No. What did I do to be meloned? I was just myself. I think I was just myself. It's Melon Boy summer, as they say, and this particular boy got meloned. What is a man to do with all these melons? And they probably went into my furnaces. Yeah. Your dog. Yeah, that did occur to me. Maybe it's the red collar. They're calling it a scarf. It's possible. I don't know how much I buy it though. Okay, I think we've demeloned level 1. Make sure the furnace is clear. You must set things right, try to do the right thing. I mean, that to me means the chests in the main area got melon too? How do I get to level 2? What do you mean? Of my house? I gotta put a bed on the floor, I think. On each level. I think that would be smart. Or maybe like some honey blocks. This is... I'm gonna make these into full melon blocks. I'm not living like this. Or no, this is for ingredients up here. I'll just make a ton of potions at some point. That's very kind, Majora. I think I have enough stuff. I've got plenty of stuff. What I'm really going to be missing and what is going to take a long time to get back is the elytra. The elytra is honestly the only reason that I was like, ugh. And I was regretting not getting more while I was in the nether, or in the end last time. Yeah, I was going to ask, is it cool if I take yours card and get more? I'll put mending on it as in exchange. Oh, also the infinity bow. No, it's yours. I'm gonna borrow it. It's meloning every... come on. Okay, they didn't melon every empty space. Only 10 credits. Only 10 credits to my name. I guess I am somewhat of a pauper when it comes to food, so I will take some melon. All right, there's a lot I need to do before I actually go try to get another elytra. Gotta go mining to get some gold to re-up my carrot supply. I need an infinity bow, I think. That seems non-negotiable for dealing with shulkers. Well, what is it? What is it, Atlas? Nuggies? Oh, thank you for the nuggies, Atlas. That's so nice. That's so nice of you. Hey, what's this guy got to trade? Four baked potatoes for an emerald. Fermented spider eye for 3 emeralds. That's not bad. Ooh, some pale oak. I wish he had a sapling. Pale oak sapling would be very useful. Well, you're not the worst wandering trader I've ever come across. Very nice, Atlas. Very nice. Okay, so let's see what happened here. It appears that the melon bandit meloned up the melon farm. Is it truly broken? It looks like the clock is not working. I don't know. Okay, let me try to understand this. So you have a comparator. Comparators are like the thing that I know least about. They're affected by the block states of certain blocks. This one is powering this crafter. What is powering this crafter? Specifically. Goodbye, Majora. Thanks for being here, man. Wrong way. This way. That comparator is powering that crafter. What's this doing? What is this adding? I don't know what this is adding at all. any sense. I don't know how to make redstone clocks with comparators, but I know how to make them with other things. Broke because someone put melon blocks in the drop off. In this? I mean, I don't think so. It looks like it's just all melons. It looks like what's broken is the crafter is supposed to be firing off. The crafter is supposed to be popping off right now, and it's not popping off. Because it doesn't look like any of the... Whoops. Okay, well that's a problem. But no, actually, like what happens when you put full melon blocks in the drop-off? Nothing. And that drop-off goes straight. Yeah, but nothing's clogged. You know, like that drop-off goes straight to this hopper. This hopper's full of melon slices. This one's full of melon slices. The crafter's full of melon slices. We just need a better redstone clock that makes the crafter like pop off more rapidly, I think. Okay, well then maybe that broke it initially and someone unclogged it, but now the redstone clock is broken and I did not understand that redstone clock design. Not because it wasn't good, probably because I'm just stupid, but I'm gonna make a different redstone clock. IC card. Now it's all making sense. Where's Zinky Poo's harness? Oh no, wait, that's different. That's Zinky Poo. Sorry, I didn't mean to get accusatory there. All right, so I hate the crafting book. You know what? I'm gonna say it. You shouldn't, if you've gotten, the crafting book should constantly be added to, and if you've touched the items that you need to make the thing, you should just have it in the crafting book. I shouldn't specifically need to have touched smooth stone slabs. I should have had to have touched cobblestone, and that should be enough. Oh, of course, nether quartz. Nether quartz to make the observer. yeah, I do have a crafter in my inventory as well. I think this will still work. It's kind of been a minute. You might need to tune this a little bit with the repeater. Distant observer. Yeah, I think the repeater. Yeah, I think this will do it. Yeah, this is more in line with the door designs that I've seen before, or with the clock designs rather. Oh, Atlas. What do you want, Spicy? Like this. Damn observers. There we go. Okay. Then I know this is not very efficient. I'm not very good at redstone. Can't it be like that? How do you make a mace that looks sick? You gotta go to a trial chamber. It's always been my least favorite thing about Red is like, why it doesn't just... I always feel like I make stuff too big because it just doesn't do the thing that I think makes logical sense. To do this. See, I know there's a way to make that smaller, but you know. Alright, so I need to power. The other thing is like, yeah, whatever. You know what? Whatever. It's gonna do this, and then it's gonna do that, and it takes up too much space. I know, I'm terrible at redstone. Leave me alone. There, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, what's up, Mikey G? Sorry, pal. I wasn't like looking at chat actively. I feel like there's a way to turn stuff with I don't know, all the components do different things. Maybe without going up or down. But every time you add a third dimension to redstone, I feel like the rules totally change. The pathing of it always just felt so illogical to me, but this is good enough. Yeah, it can't be parallel. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but you know better than I do, pal. I should have had your guidance open first. But then sometimes I feel like a block is powered by like just a parallel piece of redstone next to it, and I never really know what is it because it's like above or versus to the side. I don't know. Everyone gets melons. I don't know if that's what was fixed. Right, with the torches, the torch states. Yes, you're right. Find the man in the red scarf. Didn't really get any other hints regarding that. I'm just going to assume because of the melon evidence that was left in my place that someone wanted me to fix the melon farm. And I have. And if you made the other redstone clock with the comparators that I didn't understand, I'm sorry, I couldn't reset it. It didn't make sense to me. That doesn't mean it didn't work. Whose house is this? Oh, wow. Lowlies. All right, well, now that that's done, we've got to recover our gear. And by recover our gear, I don't mean like find it because it all burned up in lava. We gotta make new stuff. See, that's very efficient. That's pretty good. Beautiful. Beautiful work. Observers all the way for redstone clocks. I think the first thing I'm going to do I have a fortune pick in my gear supply anywhere? Wait, what's this all? Who did this? Huh? I got a bone to pick. These bones. This is the... Crap. All right. Too many damn melons on this server already. Into the trash can. This a fortune pick? Nope. Samesies. Ow. Who designed this way? This a fortune pick? Nope. All right. We're going fortuneless. Yeah, this is vanilla. They've just added a lot. What should I sell in your sand shop? Sand and maybe glass? I wonder how much XP I could get out of my super smelter. All right, which direction should I go to try to get quartz? Yeah, yeah. Annoying to obtain blocks. Terracotta. Glazed terracotta. Yeah, glazed terracotta is annoying to obtain. Concrete is pretty annoying to obtain. Ow, ow. I'm just a man on a mission right now. I can't believe I got all the quartz that was like close to the base when I was level 40 and had an elytra. And now I've died. Welcome, Kira. Good to see you. There's some quartz over here. Let's get after these crumbs. Hey, that's okay, Kira. You're welcome to do your own thing. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Quartz is annoying to obtain. Come to think of it, card. It wouldn't be so bad if we weren't, if our portal wasn't in the largest basalt delta known to mankind. But you've got to go pretty far to get like even a tiny chunk of normal nether. Yeah, that is something that isn't really talked about, is like the nether update. For all of the cool things that it added, it kind of unbalanced what quartz was supposed to be as like as a building block, because before the nether biomes were added, quartz was just, right, it was like more abundant than glowstone and more accessible. You could just reach it wherever it was all the time. And now, because the nether terrain generation is so wacky, it's like, what? Maybe there's... Maybe I can do something in here. Ow. What is this, man? How are you supposed to get anywhere, man? Yeah, Cards Annoying Store. That's a great name. Cards Shop of Annoyance. Okay, here we go. Looking at some normal nether. I think I grabbed all the quartz out of here already. You... Stop it. Ow. You stop it too. Cardboard box shop. Get annoyed. Don't get annoyed. You don't have to get annoyed anymore at the cardboard box. Here at the cardboard box shop, you don't even have to get annoyed. You know? Ow. I'm seeing the collision happen. I'm seeing... That one I just took like a champ on purpose. That was by design. Yeah. It's like the server's a little too laggy to let me actually do return to sender. This is where I need to be, gassed. I ain't leaving. Tragedy. That's what I need. Sometimes you just gotta stay moving, just ignore them. They'll tucker themselves out. Getting quartz, we're getting levels. Life is good. Life is good. Thanks for being here, Kira. You disappeared off to wherever you want to be. Oh, this is some linear lava. Let's see if we can... Nope, that's not how you stop it. I keep making it worse. There we go. What the hell? My favorite BioShock game and why? Excellent question, Atlas. My favorite BioShock game is BioShock 2. Why, you may ask? Because it is the best one. Specifically, I just like... I think the gameplay is tighter in BioShock 2 than the first one. Obviously the first one like stands better on its own as like a narrative experience. So like if I were to introduce someone to the series, I wouldn't be like, oh hey, play BioShock 2 first. Like that doesn't make sense. But I just think that like the Big Daddies are so compelling, I think, as like enemies, right? Because a villain is definitely not the word to use for a Big Daddy. The Big Daddies are so compelling because they are the only thing in Rapture that is behaving morally. You know? That like, and not in the, like, even Atlas, right? Like when the game starts, right? Is like giving you directions under like a moral premise. And like Tenenbaum is like giving you a moral incentive to a degree. But the only things that are visibly behaving normally are these big Goliaths that are protecting the children, the little sisters. And of course, you know, that's like somewhat misguided and like based in this like economically incentivized like ecosystem that's been created. But I really think that is why the Big Daddies became the mascots of the series. Is because when you come to Rapture, they are the only thing that's doing the right thing. And that makes them so sympathetic. And every time you kill one, it's a little bit sad. And it's just like from a character design and like audio sound design standpoint, they're like so brilliantly crafted. So not only do you play as a Big Daddy for the entirety of BioShock 2, but I just love that it specifically explores that sort of curiosity that you have after the first game. Is like what, because the first game does that thing where it's like, oh yeah, you've got to become a Big Daddy real quick to get through this door, you know, towards the end. And like that's all well and good. But the sort of, yeah, I don't know, like BioShock 2 just cashes in on that protector role in such a compelling way, and like you really care. And also Minerva's Den is like one of the best video game DLCs of all time, in my opinion. When you play as a little sister, yeah. And I just think the gameplay's tighter. I think that it feels a little more like realistic than BioShock 1 too, because like when I play BioShock 1, right, it's like, and I think this is on purpose. I think this is like something that the game is actively sort of trying to show and point out, but like you're such a consumer. Because Jack is just a meat man. So like every time I play BioShock 1, I take so much damage, right? Even from just like a normal splicer, let alone a Big Daddy. Like that, and the Vita Chambers especially, it's like you just play that game and you are just like an absolute glass man. And the rate at which you have to consume first aid kits and, you know, pep bars and snacks and all the just to like suspend your disbelief a little bit, so the game isn't just a constant like trip out of the Vita chamber to wherever you're supposed to go, is like so crazy, right? It's like this, like you really are just a guy, and like you get shot and you're practically dead. Whereas in BioShock 2, the idea that you're this like big armored, genetically engineered punching bag, it makes the whole experience just feel a lot more like my suspension of disbelief is so much less as Subject Delta. And I played BioShock 2, little known fact, I played BioShock 2 for the first time shortly after I got Mooncake. So there was also like the protector role, the sort of like, that's my daughter, leave her alone, protector role, like really actually spoke to me a lot, because for the first time in my life, I had this little tiny kitten that I absolutely doted over. And every possible danger that was sort of present in her life, especially for the first year, was very, very serious to me. And so the idea of just like, I don't care who you are, I don't care what the problem is. It's like that's my kid. I think that's my kid, and I'd kill anyone who dares stand near her. Yeah, so I prefer Bioshock 2. I really don't get why that game gets any, like, any hate or negativity. Like, I could totally understand why someone's like, yeah, I prefer the first one, but 2 is a good sequel. I like the first one better. It's like, whatever, that's a fair and reasonable opinion. But it's like such a good follow-up. And I also just like, barring all of the Big Daddy stuff that's so interesting, like, what an interesting antagonist in Sophia Lamb. It's like the only person in Rapture that was like outspokenly very oppositional to Andrew Ryan's like ideologies. You know, and sort of showing how the inverse point of view is like every ounce is harmful. Because that's what a dystopia is, right? Like the gimmick of the dystopia, or the utopia, right? Depending on the story you're reading, the gimmick doesn't really matter. It's the fact that it's taken to its complete ideological extreme, and that it's totally uncompromising. And Sophia Lamb and Andrew Ryan do the same, right? They do that, exactly that, with oppositional ideas. And I just think that the aesthetics of that, the Child of the Lamb, and all the sort of religious symbolism in Bioshock 2 is, in my opinion, a little bit more interesting than the Ayn Rand stuff. I'll say it. Like, Ken Levine did something really brilliant, but the guy just made Atlas Shrugged into a game, and I'm not sure that the idea to make it an underwater Art Deco city really came from him. And that is honestly the main thing that sets Bioshock apart, beyond its just like, yeah, really tight gameplay and really, really powerful twist, is the aesthetic of Rapture. And I think that the folks that worked on Bioshock 2 like kind of gave us a better plot. They kind of just gave us a better story that didn't need that twist to still just be like super interesting. And again, the twist in Bioshock 1 is one of the best narrative twists ever written, I think. And it's one of the best uses of like the medium of a video game to deliver a story, I think, ever made, because it's so deeply personal. Yeah, like ultimately it is because you play as a Big Daddy in Bioshock 2, but I think that the Big Daddies are more compelling and more interesting than Jack. Because Jack is literally a baby, right? I say this all the time when I talk about Bioshock, is that Bioshock 1 is about, right, someone tried to commodify and weaponize human freedom. That's what Fontaine did to Jack. That's what Jack is. Fontaine tried to take the power, because he's a con man, because he's a grifter, right? So he's trying to take and that's always what he's trying to do, right? There are tons of hints about it in the game. He's like, I take a smart mark over a dumb one. Why? Because a smart mark has more autonomy, and he knows that when you're tricking someone, it's easier to use a sense of autonomy than it is than to take advantage of stupidity, because you don't know where the ceiling is in another person's intelligence. You don't know where the line is. You don't know when they're going to get wise to it. But if you hijack their motivation, then you can basically trick them as many times as you want, because you're not really tricking them. You're getting them to trick themselves. And so that's what Bioshock 1 is really all about, is like weaponizing freedom. Jack's freedom is Fontaine's like greatest weapon, and it ends up backfiring, and that's the plot of the game. Bioshock 2 is the same conversation, right? But it's about love. it's like, what were the Big Daddies? The Big Daddies were an attempt to commodify the child-parent bond, or an attempt to use love for a commercial means. And Subject Delta and Eleanor are the sort of the consequences of that, the repercussions of that, the weapon that backfires. Jack is 31. He's an older baby than you are, Atlas. Also, I think just sort of another thing about BioShock 1, because I'm replaying it right now. I don't know, Card, if you saw this, but and Atlas, you're welcome to watch this as well. I'm replaying BioShock 1 for research, because I'm working on a video, and for footage also, more importantly for footage. And so I have a bunch of saves loaded in the game so that I can like get back to if I need to investigate something. I'm doing a playthrough on the Patreon right now. Very, very casual. I don't have my stream graphics up or anything. There is commentary, but I'm just kind of going through it on medium difficulty at my own pace, and saving frequently. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Card. Yeah. That's real news. You said real news. You don't have to watch. It's sort of just slop content. It's not edited. It's literally just, I was doing it and I was like, I kind of feel like I should record this. And then I did. That's not really Jack, though, because Jack was fertilized and grown pretty shortly after his conception. Or not fertilized, harvested, I guess. He was conceived and then grown, like, kind of in the normal 9-month time frame. And then his growth was just accelerated with HGH. That embryo you're talking about was just in a fridge for a while. They just had him in a fridge. Well, we've almost got the same amount of quartz that we had before. So that's good. Maybe we just finish the house to finish the house, because we're working on the dang roof at this point, you know, and it's like, oh, I also have 32 levels. That's pretty good. Let's get up to 40 levels again. Start getting this gold too, because why not? Why my name is Riveting Materia. It's interesting that your parents would ask that, because I feel like it's reasonably obvious why I would take that name. Like, to me, it feels like a pretty straightforward pun, but Rusty Object was taken. How's the new video doing? It's not very far along, to be honest. I'm still writing the script. Like, part of it is I haven't played BioShock in a long time, so I knew what I wanted the video to be about, but I have a bad habit of talking out of my ass sometimes because I think I remember something, but I don't actually have as clear a picture as I think I do. Is my name censored in the live chat? No, it's probably, I can explain why it shows up that way, but it might, yeah, it might take a second. So I started the script and I was doing some reading based research about BioShock, but I knew that I was gonna need to play the game to get footage anyways, so I decided to start the playthrough as I was writing the script because I wanted to make sure I was remembering things about Rapture like properly. So I wanted to see it firsthand so it was fresh in my mind. The reason that my name shows up that way in chat, Atlas, is because other streamers do live chat differently. They usually do it with like a plugin of some kind that is literally taking the server data like from, you know, YouTube or whatever and displaying it. Or I don't know, there might be different ways, but I think that's how it works. It's like you give it the IP address for YouTube and oh, he's mad. For your YouTube chat, and it just like displays it as text. But I don't like doing it that way because it's it adds lag, and also it's just like another step. There are a bunch of weird small steps that come into play when you sit down to start streaming. And that's just like a thing that I don't want to have to do. So what I do instead is I just have a chat window, like a literal chat window on my desktop. And I basically like Luma key, which is like chroma key for light. I make it so the dark portion of chat is invisible and only the white text is visible. But when my name is mentioned in chat, it's highlighted in orange, and the Luma key isn't really set up for that, so it looks a little strange in my stream graphics. I have this memory of a big daddy held by a little sister, but it never happens. What's it look like, Majora? What's it look like in your mind's eye? I might have to head back when my pickaxe breaks. No, it's a complicated answer that's probably not that interesting, really, but that's what it is. Ow, gosh, that one was a direct hit. Another... Thank you for the second ghast, Minecraft. Ow, uh-oh. Okay, I'm in trouble. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. There's so much quartz here. I'm finally in an area where there's a lot of quartz. Rice? Okay. Yeah, what's up? Do you know there's actually a helicopter minigame in BioShock 2? What? How do you know I missed it? No, I didn't know about that. I won't pretend to know about that. Are you messing with me, or is there a helicopter minigame? Oh, in Minerva's Den? I know about Spitfire in Minerva's Den. That's in the BioShock iceberg. Well, where is it, Card? Dude, can you... I need a bow. Come on. I don't want to leave because this is what I need, is all this quartz. The server's too laggy for return to sender. There are 3 of them, bro. I've never seen so many ghasts in one place. And they won't even do me the courtesy of hitting each other with their fireballs. Alright, I think I'll be safe down here. BioShock Lighthouse of watercolor? Ooh. That'd be cool. What's up, AnPro? By pitched wine, I assume you mean the gas noise. Let me check OBS to see if there's something else. Yeah, no, I'm gonna assume you mean the gas noise. Card doesn't hear nothing. That's all right. I caught your meaning. Welcome. My pick is almost spent. But we got the quartz we need. And I'm hoping that I can be a lucky boy and enchant a decent bow with this haul. Do I have any tattoos? I do. I have one. Would you like to see? If you release 30 ants in my house, would you be mad? You know, Mike is gone, but Mike had something funny happen to him the other day. My buddy Mike. He had food out on the counter, and he wasn't paying attention. And he took a bite of food, and there were a bunch of tiny ants on it. And he got ants in his mouth. And he learned in that moment that he is allergic. Hang on, this is a... We'll go full... I'm going to disconnect from the server for a second. We'll go full webcam. He learned in that moment that he is allergic to ant, like, carapace, which a lot of people are. The exoskeleton of the ant is, like, toxic to many people. And so his face started to swell up. He thinks that some of them maybe bit the inside of his mouth, but also he like just chewed them up immediately, so it could have just been ingestion, or like maybe he had a little cut in his mouth or whatever. His face started to swell up. He drank Benadryl and it went back down, but those same ants were all over his house, and I think some bit him, and he got crazy hives, I think because his like, you know, because his it's not the immune system. Is it the immune system? What's an allergic reaction? I'm trying to think of the fancy medical name for an allergic reaction. Anaphylactic. He had like an anaphylactic response to the bites, or like them crawling on his arm. He got hives, and then he did go to the ER like late that night. He's okay. He's doing well. I should have asked him how he was doing when he popped into chat, but he had already updated everyone in the group chat, so I know he's good. So yeah, don't release 30 ants into my house, and especially don't do it in Mike's house, because he just had a problem with that. Okay, Alice, here, let's show you my tattoo. What's the best way? Yeah. So I wear a watch. Oftentimes, here, let's get a little more light in here. I wear a watch a lot of the time, and that watch is actually covering my only tattoo. Let's see, what's the best way? Yeah. Hold on. The angles are funny. Maybe if I do it. Hang on. It's so, it's the camera, it's like a mirror, but it's not quite a mirror. And I need to see where stuff is. Okay. If I do that. There you go. That's the tat. It's my only tat. So if you ever see that on a I don't know, a photo of a crime, keep your mouth shut. But I almost always wear a watch on this arm. So there you go. Why do you have it on like a nurse? The reason that I wear a watch like this is because I work with tools all the time at work, and I just happen to find, well, if I'm the dead guy, I let everyone know. Obviously, card. I just mean if I did a crime. I find that like when I'm working with tools and stuff, it's way more often that like the back of my arm would hit something, would knock into something, and it feels like that would damage the watch. Whereas when it's on this side, it's like up against my body. And I'm usually holding something, right? And when you're holding something, you don't want to do this. You kind of want to do that. I just feel like the default watch, I feel like this is the wrong place. I feel like this makes just more sense. I don't know. I've just always felt that way. And then when you're walking around, it's like against your body, right? Like your watch face is protected. You don't scratch the glass or any of that. When you cross your arms, it's like against your body. Just seems reasonable to me. Working with tools reminds you of what? Also, you guys like my new headphones? I didn't even... What do you think of that? These are, Kose headphones. I didn't like my old pair. I didn't like the way they felt. I didn't like the way they looked. They were falling apart. I kept taking them off and both ear cups would fall out, and then I'd spend like minutes fussing with the ear cups, getting them back on. I still have them for VR because they're over ears and they have a big headband, so they fit over the VR headset nicely. But I think as my daily drivers, I'm gonna go with these from now on. Anyways, back to the craft. We're gonna stream probably just another half an hour, just so everyone knows. Congrats on the repaired AC card. Yes. Your air is conditioned. Well, I'm gonna close the blinds now because that's right behind my monitor, and it's just, I like having natural light, but I don't like it being right at my face when I'm trying to look at something. Now, this is the first stream with the new headphones. Oh yeah, how's your car? We might not make it to 40 levels. Thanks, Atlas. You know, you're welcome to share your tats on the server if you're comfortable. What are they? Also, for the record, if anyone notices or points this out in the future, I know that my tattoo is technically upside down. That's on purpose. Tattoos have an orientation they're supposed to have on the body. I feel like rules like that are meant to be broken. Got a dragon on my left arm. 3 wyverns on my right. I'm going to assume that you use the typical interpretation that a dragon has 4 legs, wyvern has 2 legs and 2 wings. Okay, 1 dragon, 3 wyverns, and the sun and moon from Soul Eater also on your right arm, just left and right arms. That's cool. Part of the reason I got this tattoo here was for the placement is a little bit BioShock inspired. That did go into it. I wanted to be able to cover it with a watch. Which was a perk. Like I didn't want it to be a visible tattoo, but also I didn't want to just have it like on my torso. I did want it to be like on my arms. And the Jack chain tattoo placement was actually perfect. Your right leg, have the sun and the moon. Very cool. Oh, we're not even gonna make it to 39. We're just gonna get what quartz we can, I think, and then leave. But still, lots of levels. Good stuff. What is your tattoo? It's Chinese characters. I think it translates to like 10 father. specifically, my friend group, since, well, I mean, we've been friends for a very long, we've been friends for well over a decade at this point, but since high school, we have referred to ourselves and each other as the 10 dads. We'll call like the other boys the dads. So that's what the tattoo says. We all have some version of that tattoo. There's the placement and the design differs from dad to dad, but somewhere on our body we have it. And I got mine with two of the other dads, one of which is Houseman. Those of you that know my friend lore know that Houseman has an album written about him that I also feature in, and many of the other dads feature in. And Yason the Bone, the two of them have this slightly larger, but they have this exact design also on their arms. Houseman has it in a similar placement, but rotated 90 degrees, and a little bit, and actually no, it's not a little bigger. I think Houseman has it the same size, just rotated 90. And Yason has it higher up on his arm, and I think it's on his left arm, higher up on his forearm, and it's bigger. But the other dads who have this tattoo have it in different styles in different locations on the body. Wow, this is pretty lucky. I came around full circle to right where the portal is. And I think, yeah, the portal's this way. Just in time. Getting a Honda Ruckus. A car? I assume that's a car? To Spicy's base. Hello, Atlas. Okay, so now that we've gotten the quartz, about 2.5 stacks of quartz. A moped. Oh, yes, right, a moped. .49 cc's. Now that we've finished gathering quartz, I think we can continue our work on the house. I don't have my elytra anymore, so getting to Zinky Poo is going to be really hard. Do I have a snowball? I also see, what was I doing? I'll be right back, Atlas, if you wanted to give me something. On ProCube, when you did the Mist Iceberg, how deep into the topic did you go? Did I play all the games myself or read all the Watson letters? I played all the games myself, and I actually streamed them. You can find those VODs on the channel still. Yeah, I think we went with this leftmost design. So we want quartz slabs and iron trapdoors. I played through all the games. I did not read through all of the Dr. Watson letters. I read through some of them, specifically what he said about trap books. But this was years ago, so I apologize if I'm making mistakes. But What's up, Atlas? But there were so many of them, I usually just read through like fan summaries. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're a good man. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody make you think you're not a good person. Yeah, there were just too many. And I marathoned the games. I played through all of them in basically a week. I think it ended up being a little over a week. I tried to not use any game guides. For some puzzles I had to use some game guides. Not because just because I was like crunched for time. I was starting another semester at college, so I needed to get everything done before then. So, but yes, I did play through all the games. And I did a ton of research and digging. I know I made some errors, but that's just sort of inevitable. Is that what brought you to the channel? I know, I saw that they added Rhyme to the re-release of Myst, and I want to play the Riven remaster. There's so much stuff to play. You know, I want to play both of them in VR. I would love to. Yeah. Bye, Atlas. Let's hit up the stone cutter. Which is right here. I don't know why I went all the way up. Maybe we do some stairs. We start each layer with stairs. I don't know. I don't think we want to, actually. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we don't want to. Oh, there you are, Zinky Poo. Yes. Why am I building the Empire State Building? Because it's cool, man. Because it's going to look cool. I think... Oh, but I can't do that. Well, I could. But I think it'll look weird. So I think we need to go... Oh, I should have gotten a better pick. Yeah, we'll see how far we get. I'm going to play a horror game in October? Yes, I will do a Halloween stream like I usually do. I dropped out. What, of school? All right, so let's just establish where the layers are. Y'all, I might not have enough quartz. I'm already looking at this thinking, dang, I don't have enough quartz. But let's see how far we get. Why am I building the Empire State Building with the Zeppelin? It looks good. It just looks good, Majora. think this will work. Be a shame if someone shot zinc out from under you. Well, you're not here, card. So I have no fear of someone doing something that terrible and morally unjust. How about that? It's a good thing we're using half slabs. Probably going to need to cut down the other stack at the very absolute bare minimum. Well, you solicit Spicy, who's in the nether right now, to shoot zinc out from under me? Whoops. It's not what we're after, Zinky Poo, not yet. We'll see if we want another layer at the top. I think we are going to want another layer at the bottom. Is that too many? Is that too dense? Because from the ground level, it's just going to look like nothing. But I think it's right. I think it's right. I'm going to commit, I think. What's this sign say? I'm all-knowing and all-seeing, and I see you. I do think I want another layer at the bottom. I feel like the gap feels a little weird. And I'm worried I don't have enough quartz, but we'll see. Rice. What is this? Just trying to taunt me by saying my name is Rice? That's not very nice. I might stream again tonight. I might stream more Minecraft tonight or do something with the fellas. Just so everyone knows. Okay, and how far out? How many layers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs to be able to go up It needs to be able to taper, basically. And the pattern's very dense. So I think it needs to have at least 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the 10th. How many? We're gonna do this. You're a good guy, Majora. What kind of question is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this will be cool. Or it'll look stupid. Now, I gotta pull up a Minecraft circle chart. That's what needs to happen right now. Actually, I need an ellipse. Because this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 8 on the other side. Plus 17, 18, 19. This is going to be 19 blocks. But no, okay, hold on. On the other side. We want the furthest out. Right, so that's gonna, all right. Eight, 9, 10. No, 8. Yeah, no. 9, 10, 11 plus 8, so 19. And then this side is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus 9. So 19 by 20, 21. And then 4 for the iron. So that's 25 to 23. Okay, and it's just gonna make more sense to me if I visualize it like this. What? Oh, come on, 25. Okay. Ugh. I need... Oh, yes! You can make iron trapdoors like that. Holy crap, I'm gonna need so much iron. Idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, wait a second. No, I must have done this wrong, because center is just one block. How do I make it so the center is 2 blocks? Yeah, I must have just done it wrong. Okay. So if that's 8, 9, 10. Let's just simplify it, include the trapdoors. 10, 4, 10. 24. You bastards. Oh, my cat's scaring them away. Thank God. Okay, 10, 3, 10. Yeah, it's just 1 block extra. Perfect. Now we've got the ellipse that we need. Okay, so let's just map this out. It's gonna be like that. This is gonna take so much iron, y'all. I cannot believe the amount of iron we're about to use. I think for the sake of sanity, I'm just going to use the iron doors as the very, very edge, as the very finishing touch. Okay. It goes 3, 3, 1, 1. How many ones? 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then it's gonna go like this. So it's gonna go like this, rather. Let's try to get this outline put together. 2, and then it's gonna go like that. Let's see how far we can get with the quartz. We'll add the trapdoors later. Let's just try to get this perimeter. So 1, 2. Hey, Zinky Poo. 1, 2, 3. And then it's just going to be 3 1s. One, 2, 3, I think like that. Then it goes to 2. Then it goes to 3. Yes. 3 on each side. Now that I'm looking at this, these might be too dense because of how enormous they're going to be. I think I can get away with doing every other. And it'll still look right. Because the further out these overhang, the narrower that little gap is going to become. All right. 1, 2. 1. 1. 1. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Perimeter is nearly finished on the first layer. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Yeah. I think that is even. I'm not going to question it too much. Let's fill it in as much as we can. The fact that I thought in my head that I had enough quartz, I was like, yeah, this is probably enough. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. But what we can do is cut down on these other layers. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up stream for now, but first let's try to get a good look. It feels like it'll line up. Yeah, definitely want to go every other. I think that'll look good from both vantage points. I wonder if it's too wide, though. Because now that I'm doing every other, it doesn't need to go out as far. You know? Because it doesn't need to taper up in 10 layers. It can taper up in 5 layers. So it's like, should it be 10 blocks out in both directions? But then again, very importantly, if the top of the roof is this much bigger than the base of the house, it will stop it from looking like a wiener. And I think I still want, because if I taper it in 1 block every time, it'll be too linear. But if I have the option to do it 1 or 2 blocks, I can give it a you know, like a nice little Bezier curve. Food for thought. I'm sorry, I haven't looked at chat in a minute. Oh my gosh. Violet Witch is here. Was here. Left. No doubt, because of my ignorance. I'm so sorry. I'm a bad man. Hey, Spicy. Sorry, I'm at the very tippy top of the mountain. And Procube. Card. Violet Witch. My dear. Spicy. Atlas. Everyone. Everyone came through today. I really appreciate that. From the underside, am I really ready for that to just be a big white umbrella? From the underside. Whoa, Spicy! Spicy, you little, you devil, you! You rapscallion, mister. So nice. Thank you. Wow, so much quartz. Just what we need. Just what the doctor ordered. Look at that. I'm not... It looks like a sonic screwdriver. Thank you. Thank you. That's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Sort of. I want it to look... This will... That's too many layers. I'm going to do half as many layers, and it's going to... Congrats on the new radio, Majora. It's going to taper up, and there's going to be a ball at the top. It's going to be a sphere. I'm now looking at it from the bottom and going, it needs more texture. And I think I maybe achieved that by not actually using quartz for all of it. Oh, I could use different patterns of quartz, but how many? Hold on. Slab. Polished diorite slabs. Smooth quartz versus quartz. Smooth quartz slab. Does that have no seam? Oh, do we want to go seamless? I think we want to go seamless. I think we want to go seamless big time. But then that's not going to help our lack of texture issue. So if we do, that'll break it up a little, which we should definitely do. I don't know why caps lock's on. Slab! Toss in some, it just looks so out of place. They're both like white blocks, but it looks so out of place. That fits in more. But I wonder if it's better to just toss in some iron trapdoors. Food for thought. We have much to think about, and we will think about it probably later today. I've got the bug. I kind of want to keep rolling with this. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for being here. Card, sorry that you have to work at your job. Whoops. My headphone cable bumped my mic. Sorry you have to work at your job more. You shouldn't have to. That should be not allowed. Yeah. I gotta use this thing more. You know? I'm looking at this thing. And, oh, it's not working. Hang on. Now I'm distracted. There it is. Yeah. I gotta see if you have any ideas for this thing. Everyone. That's for everyone. I set it up because it would be a fun toy. Now I don't know what to do. Let me know what you think. Anyways. Sorry. Small distraction. Bye for now.